Hello guys, how are you all? Well, this is not a channel for heroes. This is not a channel for heroes. This is not a channel for people who believe that power is about being invincible and about being tough and about, you know, being Buzz Lightyear. This is a channel for people who, like myself, are getting ready to... This is my cat in the litter tray, oh dear. He loves it in there. This is a channel for people who are willing to embrace their vulnerability, their fragility, their childlike innocence. This is for people who are aware of the fact that that is where their true strength lies. We live in a world where, let's face it, and I've said this so many times, I sometimes feel that I repeat myself, but perhaps it warrants repeating, right? Because we are so mistrustful and we're so confused and we're so fucking discombobulated. We are that way because we've been gaslighted in every imaginable way. And for the last couple of days, a lot of shit's been coming up for me, and I've been shown more in depth the true extent of the gaslighting, because everybody around me and everybody I come across at just about anywhere, including online, just doesn't fucking get it. They think they get it. There's so many people that really think they're getting it. They're getting it. They're there. They get it. They've got it all worked out and they've got it all sussed out. But they're not getting it and they haven't got it sussed out, but they're convinced of the fact that they have. And they're going to be sitting somewhere next to you at some point, and it's going to frustrate the fuck out of you. It just will. My channel is really for people that are going through a similar way, a similar journey as I am. I'm not saying it's the same because we're all individuals, but people who are ready to get fucking real with it all, who are done with all the denial, who are done with all the self-deception which you learn to do. They teach you, they program you to self-deceive. When I say the only way out is through, I mean this. Though I have to be honest that facing the deepest wound is the ultimate challenge. It really is. It is the ultimate fucking challenge. And I have to be honest as well when I say that I'm not at all sure that I'll be able to navigate it, because I get to the topic here that I feel quite ambivalent about. I have to be honest about that, because I hear a lot of people talking about the 2020 astrology, right? And I've had a look at all the planets and where they're going to be stationed and all the different aspects and whatnot. And it looks as if we're heading into a very, very intense time, unprecedented, and especially for people who have a lot of Scorpio or a lot of Capricorn in their charts here. This is going to really hit you like a fucking wrecking ball. And I'm not saying it's going to make you feel like shit, but it might. It probably will, but that's just, again, there's me and that. Here's the thing with that. It's a difficult one for me, because it does pan out every time there's any kind of shit going down with Chiron or with Pluto conjunct this, that or the other. It's like the shit hits the fan here, you know, it's like wow. Especially Chiron. The wounded healer, the deepest wound. So I take it as a kind of, you know, that thing in your car, that thing in your car, what's it called again? It's this annoying woman with this annoying voice that tells you your directions, and you can't switch it off. It's really annoying. I can't remember what it's called, man. Fucking hell. It's in the car that my friend has, and you can't switch it off, and it's really annoying, and it never gets it right. And then it tells you, when you switch the car on, that you're not supposed to look at it whilst driving. Which is ridiculous, because it's there to tell you where to, you know, you say, I want to go here, I want to go there, you put your destination in, right? But then it tells you that you mustn't look at it. Which is like, what the fuck? It's ridiculous, right? Well, I think astrology is a bit like that. I think we mustn't take it too seriously, because it is, in a way, predictive programming. It is virtual, because none of this is fucking real. But it is a kind of guiding system that you can use to estimate roughly, very roughly, what kind of energies are going to be playing out. I've found that to be so. I've often found that, oh, something is happening. This is happening planetary wise or disc wise or whatever, right? Who knows? That means I'm going to feel like this, or that means this is going to happen, and it didn't happen, and I didn't feel that way. But something else happened, and then looking back on it, I thought, oh yeah, that actually made complete sense. So I'd keep it peripheral, I would. But as in, don't put too much faith in the things of this world, and it is very much of this world, and we have a lot of so-called astrologers coming out with absolute bollocks, clearly people that haven't got a fucking clue, virtual people, who fucking knows, right? But even before I saw the lineup, as it were, of the planetary situation, I had a feeling that 2020 is going to be some fucking year, man. Oh boy. And I have a feeling that other people are feeling that as well. So it's about death. It's about fucking death and destruction. And let's face it, people, death and destruction in this fucking world is a good thing. It doesn't mean the death of the true self, but it does mean the death of the sickness which is at the epicenter of all of this. Because it's gotta die. We've all had more than we can take. I know I have. Far, far more than we can take. You can say, well, you're still there, so obviously it wasn't more than you could take because you're still alive and whatnot. But a lot of us look in the mirror these days and think, oh my fucking God, yeah? I was just looking at videos I did, say, last year summer, not this year summer, last year summer, and I'm there and I'm all brown and I'm looking alright, man, you know. I look in the mirror now, or I look at myself on videos now and I'm like, shit, Anika, what the fuck has happened to you, man? Whoa. I feel like I've aged about 50 years in 6 months because I've been through that much emotional turmoil. It has been like a snowplow going through a million blizzards. Wow. But I feel the magic. My true self feels the magic. It's interesting, you know. No, this is not a channel for heroes. This is not a channel for people who believe themselves to be these, I don't know, these fucking Viking warriors with their great big hammer or their great big fucking battle axe. Because that's not the way this cookie crumbles. Not at all. No. And some people won't like to hear that because they're fake personas. They're saying, yes, that's what it's all about. Her. And it isn't, people. It's about receptivity more than anything. And it's about self-love more than anything. Being able to receive the magic and allowing it to flow through you. But that is the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. Because we've been taught, conditioned, manipulated to reject all of that. It's funny if you think about it, how all of us have compulsions. We have all these compulsions that run the fucking show on a daily basis, where we have these strong urges to do all the things we know are not good for us. Right? Compulsions, addictions. And it's all to do with making the pain go away, because I think we know damn well that when we stop doing that what will come up as a result will be tempestuous, to say the least. I mean, I stopped smoking for, I don't know, 24 hours? Yeah, I've done this before in the last couple of weeks. And, oh boy, it all comes up, and I was in a really bad state, you know, because what with the awareness in me growing to higher levels, I see and understand more of what this world is. I see and understand more of what has been done to us. Our psyche is like it's like a person riddled with cancer, riddled with tumours. And does that sound too harsh? Yeah, I dare say it does. But that is the truth of it, people. I mean, here in England, for example, I mean, our culture has been totally Americanized. Now, I'm not having a go at my American subscribers, okay, at all. But it is true, this fake, plastic, bizarre and banal filth that goes for culture nowadays is sickening. It sickens me to the core of my being. I was watching a film by Woody Allen. It's called Radio Days. I really like the film. It's funny, but it's all about the radio, and if you look at that and the kind of shit that people used to listen to and thought was great, when in fact what entertainment was then and what it is today is the forces of darkness basically humiliating us. It's humiliating us. It's asinine. Because people lap it up. People have their children wear t-shirts with the symbols and the signs of this filth and this fake plastic culture. You know, people are all in on it. They love it. They think it's brilliant. But it's making idiots of us all. They're taking the piss out of us, people. You know? Culture is not our friend. It never was, really. Even back in the day. before radio, it wasn't our friend. Culture is something that we don't even understand anymore. We've become so divorced from our true self and our true natural impulses and being, which is closely related to nature, you see, which is closely related to some sort of energetic sense of communion with nature and with higher things. I don't mean beings, actually, I don't mean that, but the higher things that we are higher, we are something higher, you see. I mean, when you totally destroy somebody, when you totally eviscerate somebody by through all the subconscious manipulation that we are subjected to subliminally, it's never overt, so you don't see it coming, you don't know it's happening to you, hence it's gaslighting, yeah? But that's what creates the deepest wounds. You're so worthless, you don't deserve to exist, so, this is entertainment. I mean, Bob Hope, or just think about entertainment, right? Think about entertainment of the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, today. And think how utterly banal it is, how utterly contrived, how utterly stupid. And then I mean, like soap operas. In this country we have EastEnders and whatnot, and it's appalling, it's so bad. Yet people watch it on a regular basis and their behaviour amends itself accordingly. Yeah? That's what it does, that's what culture is. Culture is behavioural manipulation. And it tells you that you're a worthless and stupid and dumb motherfucker. It's taking the piss out of you, it's humiliating you. That's what culture is doing. You have good culture in America. Of course you do. I like a lot of bluegrass music and stuff like that. But this is raw, genuine culture. And it's made by people that are not famous, and they're not plastered all over YouTube, so you probably won't hear of them. Culture is what you do in your kitchen, when you're feeling creative. And it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter whether you're Eastern European or Western European, or whether you're from the fucking moon for all I care. Culture is not about where you're from. That's another thing they do. People are like, oh well, I'm a Viking, No, you're not. Your ancestors may have come from that region, but you're not a fucking Viking, because you're not getting in a boat with a helmet on and an axe, going raping and pillaging across the sea. So you're not a Viking. And people are proud of that. People, oh, my heritage is this and my heritage is that. Don't you understand what they're doing? It's all divide and conquer, and it doesn't really mean anything. Because we've all been subjugated. This is about humanity. Sold humanity, right? Never mind about the virtual people. They're neither here nor there. Poof, gone. It's all that fake bollocks about being a hero and these heroes, the heroes of renown. They're always these big fucking people, these massive muscles, and we're given to believe that that is what strength is and that's what courage is. But it isn't. People like that break. It's something that George Carlin said. I used to like George Carlin, man, it's a shame he's dead, because he used to come out with some really good stuff. And he talked about how you see these little flowers, and I see this all the time. You're living in the asphalt fucking jungle. Man, oh man. that in itself creates massive trauma, you know, really it does, it's just appalling. But there you are in the asphalt jungle, and you get these little flowers growing through the cracks of the pavements, and they're there. Now that is fucking courage, now that is heroism, and that is what we are. We are those flowers growing through the cracks, yeah? Whilst the juggernauts are rumbling by, you know, and they're stepped on. But they are there. Nature is powerful. Nature is heroic. Nature never ever gives up. It's amazing. I saw this documentary on, what was it, in Belarus, where they had that meltdown of the nuclear plant. And nature is everywhere. Animals are everywhere, and it's all looking very good. I've known people from there because I used to be a teacher of English, and I had these children from Belarus, and I asked them all about it. And they told me that it's great. You know, nature is there. Wolf packs are there, animals are there, and it's fine. That tells you something. Ah. Here we go. I'm gonna have to go because my battery is like that, a bit like I feel actually. But anyway, guys, being a hero is about learning to love yourself. It's about seeing the truth of it all, as within, as without, and to learn to love ourselves and to stay the course, even if that means having to get down on our hands and knees and begging for mercy at times. Our true self will get us through this one way or another. 2020 is going to be quite a year. Something is going to happen. I can feel it in my gut. I know it. I don't know how or what or when exactly, but I can feel it. We are the flowers and the weeds that grow through the cracks of the asphalt. That is what we are. We are nature. We are real. We are souled. We are powerful. But we are not big swarthy warriors. No, we're not. That is not what it's about at all. So keep finding the others, people. We are not alone in this. You know, and we are a family. We are all connected, you know. We are in communion. So we can call this a family. We are brothers and we are sisters and we belong together. We're special people. We're here to do a job. And maybe our purpose will become more clear in the year 2020. And maybe the grace will truly be with us. Toodaloo.